Macumba men brought the wax gold and the yellow flowers of Brazil to bring them good luck. The mumbo jumbo, but this is the real thing. Brazil, reigning champions of the world, hoping to go back to the top of the South American qualifying group. Sensational stadium. Shadows cast, not a cloud in the sky. Brazil without two of their R's, Ronaldinho and Roberto Carlos, though they do have Rivaldo and Ronaldo together. It's always the same when we have South American football. There's always a little bit of a crisis. Remember the Copa America 2 years ago was cancelled at short notice, delayed for a year. I think what the referee is waiting to do is to synchronise the watches. This, of course, is a game that has been shown worldwide. South America, Far East, and by ourselves in Britain as well. Isn't mine, Ray?
Slightly, you know, they've came out, they've had everything that's the warm-up beforehand, you've had the national anthems, now you just want to get the game started. You can see that the players are a little bit anxious at the moment. You know, there's a few of them doing stretches, just wondering exactly what's going on. You know, the game needs to get underway as quickly as possible now so the players can settle down, get ready for this 90 minutes of football.
Peru kick off, hoping to topple the world champions. Brazil have all of the stars on show, apart from Ronaldinho, apart from Roberto Carlos. They've come from far and wide. Not a single player in the Brazilian lineup actually plays in the home country. Meanwhile, the Peruvians are plying their trade as far as Germany, Belgium, Mexico, Spain, and even the left back on the ball, Hidalgo, who plays for a club called Saturn. Big mistake, they give it to Ronaldo. Now Rivaldo. Brazil mean business from the very, very start. Less than 40 seconds on the clock, and the young star of Brazilian football, Kaká, fires a warning shot.
That all came around from poor play from Peru, gave the ball away in midfield rather cheaply. And one thing you can't do is allow players like Rivaldo time and space on the ball, because he'll pick passes out. Found Kaká, went for the near post there, but would have been better served with the young wide player there going for the far post. Just see prior to that, Rebocio, the centre half for Peru, was just gesturing towards the referee to see he felt that the air pressure on the ball wasn't quite right. And that's what he's saying. He says, can you have a look at this? And it could have cost him, because it took the mind off the game there.
South American soccer, expect the unexpected. Brazil have been in fantastic form recently. Of course, they played at the Walker Stadium in Leicester against Jamaica as a warm-up for this. So many players, that's all of the players, so based in the European leagues. And they mean business tonight. What they'd like to do is get the qualifying out of the way so they can concentrate on their club matches. That could be bad news for Peru. Their two stars are Mendoza, number 16, and Pizarro, the two strikers. Pizarro plays for Bayern Munich. Mendoza scored 9 goals in 12 matches for Bruges this year, including the winner against Milan at the San Siro in the Champions League. There's Palacios. The good tackle by the Colombian referee. Brazil attacking with pace and little flicks, which is, of course, their trademark. It's never boring when the Brazilian boys are in town. Emerson heading it long, looking for Kaká. Is it a shot? Is it a cross? Ball flown in from the wing by Cafu. Cap 119 for the Brazilian national team. Nobody has played more.
That's a great feature about watching Brazil. You know, they like to get both full-backs forward as much as possible, because they're the real attacking strengths. They're the ones that give them the width in the team, and we've seen there that was the right back Cafu getting beyond Kaká, the right-sided midfield player, trying to get the crosses into the box.
It's Roque Jr. hasn't been a regular in the Leeds United team since signing in the summer. There's a fixture in the Brazilian defence. Emerson to Lucio, the Bayern Munich man, to Roque Jr. of rock-bottom Leeds United. There is Junior, replacement for Roberto Carlos. To Kaká, who's starting his first game in senior football for Brazil this evening. getting in the way. He plays in this town for Alianza Lima. Junior. Is that offside? De Roberto was just offside as he tried to feed Rivaldo and Ronaldo. Ronaldo missed training earlier this week for personal reasons. Of course, in football, nothing is ever personal. It was his divorce that came through. Playing these days, maybe with less worries of the world on his shoulders.
It's nice to see him back fit and well. I don't know, you think of the problems that he's had. 2 years out the game through injury, and last season, he was absolutely phenomenal. His goal scoring record for Real Madrid was second to none, and now he's a third highest goal scorer, joint third highest goal scorer for Brazil. Shows his quality.
Reigning World and European Player of the Year, and he's got nominations again for the European title. Sioliza to Hidalgo, a Peruvian who plays in the Russian league. Long story. Here's Rocky Jr. Could be a little bit feisty this game. Foul by Claudio Pizarro, who is the star of Peruvian football. David Beckham's not alone in issuing statements on behalf of footballers. The Peruvian players all got together to support a strike in their country. The fans have been locked out of matches recently by the players. Apparently, only 3 of the 12 clubs in the Peruvian Premier League are up to date with the pay of payments. And they owe $800,000 to the players. They've taken strike action. The weekend before last, the whole fixture list was suspended. Lucio, Route 1 football from Brazil. There's the Rebelcio. 24 years since Peru last qualified for the World Cup finals. That's back in 1982. Hidalgo to Mendoza. Good brand of football from Peru. They're playing with confidence in front of their home supporters, and Rocky Jr. takes charge and heads it to the safety net behind. They do believe, Peru, that there might be a slightly soft centre to Brazil.
Well, it's good players, and it's a decent cross to the far post. He's just expecting Hidalgo. He's put it to the far post, expecting one of his strikers, Pizarro or Mendoza, to come on the end of it. But in the end, it was extremely good defending from Rocky Jr. to put it behind for a corner.
Mel Solano of Newcastle United takes the corner for Peru. Lucio just flicks it away. The coach Pereira has tried to tighten things up at the back. He has been criticised for not playing the arty soccer that Brazil are famous for. Taking a slightly more European approach. I suppose you do when all of your players play in Europe, but maybe not throwing all caution to the wind anymore.
Well, if you're looking at this game, as soon as the two centre-halves get on the ball, Lucio and Rocky Jr., both full-backs, Junior and Cafu, are pushing up, and they're leaving themselves two at the back, and if Pizarro and Mendoza can get good control of the ball, we could put this the two centre-halves of Brazil under some pressure.
Rocky Jr. getting Brazil out of a little bit of trouble there. Last time I saw him play was at Portsmouth on the end of a 6-1 hammering. Gilberto Silva of Arsenal. Wonderful movement off the ball by Brazil. Here's Kaká, 21 years of age. He is supposed to be the great new hope of Brazilian football. Here's Rivaldo with his shiny boots. They've only been used once in Serie A this season. He's very much out of favour with Milan and could be heading to Merseyside. Soto to Hayo. Brazil taking a few risks at the back, and Peru taking the game to the world champions. There's Mendoza. Little drop of the shoulder, a lot of obstacles in his way. Looking for Palacios. Brazil sticking bodies there, but they don't look very well shaped when defending.
Well, this all stemmed from Junior, the left back, going forward, giving the ball away, and it left them exposed down their left, the right for Peru, and they nearly capitalised on it.
Crunching tackle tackle by Roque Jr. and Jorge Soto. Offers an apology, but the punishment could be a free kick from a very scoreable distance. We are in South America, remember, they'll shoot from anywhere when they get a free kick, Ray.
Well, we've seen Nobby Solano on many occasions for Newcastle. He takes the free kicks, and when he's playing, quality can bend it either way. So Dida, the Brazilian keeper, will have to be very alert here. His positioning must be absolutely spot on, because he can get the ball up and over that wall quite comfortably.
Sunshine won't help. Hidalgo has a pretty fierce left foot. Solano standing alongside him. And they go straight for goal, but a rather disappointing effort that doesn't really trouble the goalkeeper. They took a slight touch on the way through. Noel Solano, another South American who's out of favour at his club, who's been playing for Newcastle's reserves.
It's interesting when Peru take out-swinging corners. If you watch the Brazilian defenders, they've got no one on the post. They push up and leave themselves vulnerable for the header. You just need good delivery in there. You can see Dida's got no one on the post, and they're trying to play on offside trap as well with it.
10 minutes gone at the Monumental Stadium. Peru 0, Brazil 0. Start of the evening, Brazil are in second place in the qualifying group. It's the top 4 teams who go through to Germany in 2006 automatically. 5th place team goes into a playoff with a country from the Oceania group. There's Junior, a strong header to Rivaldo in the shop window tonight. Rivaldo with a disappointing cross. Here's Rebosio to Soto. It's the home side, Peru, Ray, who are playing the far more confident football.
The only problem at the moment, though, Rob, they're playing on their own half majority of the time. You know, and you can see with Brazil, they're just playing the waiting game at the moment. They'll get an opportunity, and with the quality they've got, they'll punish Peru at the moment.
Rivaldo's cross put out of the air by Oscar Ibanez. He has fallen out of love with life in Italy. Actually made an emotional farewell to the supporters, but the manager of Brazil said he wouldn't play for his country if he wasn't training with Milan, so he's had to go back, train with the team, though he stands no chance, I don't think, of ever playing in the first team again. And he has said this week in the build-up to this game that he's been speaking to your old club Liverpool. Hidalgo. Colicchio. Hidalgo's had a lot of the ball on this left-hand side. Taking on Gilberto Silva. He's a little late with the tackle, but the referee from Colombia allowing things to go. Rivaldo stretches those legs. Ronaldo offered him some support, but in true Brazilian style, he wanted more than one touch on it. Roque Jr. back to Dida, who also plays his football at Milan. Coach of Peru is actually from Brazil, Paulo Autori, who feels that they have their best chance of qualifying for the World Cup in a quarter of a century. Ibanez to Hidalgo. Peru soaring forward. Good turn from Mendoza. The apology at this stage is enough. Referee has it, having respect for the great Cafu. Surprised that Cafu's still only 33 years of age. He seems to have been around forever. Hidalgo having another spurt into the Brazilian penalty area, and there's a good stop by Lucio. Tall, bruising centre-half of Bayern Munich.
He's a first-class defender, Lucio. He's proved it in his time at Bayer Leverkusen.
Sorry, Leverkusen.
Yeah, and also for Brazil in the World Cup last year. He was the player that's impressed me the most. Very cool on the ball. There showed good pace as well. Hidalgo made a good break, but he kept with them all the way and got the block. And in the end, he's just gone behind for a goal kick. It's just what Brazil want at the moment. They're just starting to quieten the home fans down at the moment.
Delicchio. Here's Kaká. Rivaldo to his left, Ronaldo to his right. What about that for a dream team? Everywhere he looked, he saw stars. Sioliza. There's Palacios to Mendoza. Looking to free Pizarro. So Roberto Palacios, who was linked to Manchester City a few years ago, ended up with Atlas in the Mexican First Division. Currently 17th in Mexico. Hidalgo. Could have now gone. The home fans are restless. They want a goal. Soto. Sioliza. Nice little bit of skill. And offside against Pizarro.
When Peru looked threatening in the first 15 minutes of the game, when they've got the ball wide, Soto down the right, Hidalgo down the left, when they get good width to the play, then they can get good delivery into the box. But there we've seen when they pick the ball up in the middle of the park, they try to thread a ball through really the eye of an ear. There's no space in behind that back line of Brazil at the moment. I do feel the rewards for them would be to get the ball in the wide areas, because that's where you can expose Brazil.
Brazil allowing Peru to play the ball around and just nip and counter-attack. They're playing kind of a diamond formation, Brazil, with Big Ron, Naldo at the head of things, and Kaká and Rivaldo just behind him as supporting acts. Here's Hayot, stopped by Junior. Now Kaká. Peru showing no fear, a little respect for the reigning champions of the world. Rocky Jr. misses his tackle. And a rather soft shot bobbles through. Best we've seen from Pizarro so far. Rocky Jr. was completely taken out of the game by the Bayern Munich striker.
Strange to see that Pereira, the coach of Brazil, has included him in the team, because his confidence at the moment must be rather low, the way that Leeds have been performing, the way he's been performing for Leeds. And yet he still gets a game for the world champions. It's quite incredible.
He played in the final, Rocky Jr. This is his 28th cap. Played in virtually all of the matches in 2003. And Cafu's got himself into trouble on a couple of occasions. I think the captain of Brazil could now be on his final warning. Corner Peru. It's a very lopsided approach from Peru, but do you think maybe they're trying to play on the weakness on the right-hand side of Brazil's defence?
Well, they're looking to get Hidalgo running at Cafu every opportunity at the moment. He looks like he's got the pace of him there. It was a good challenge from Cafu to keep him out.
Oh, getting confusion from the Brazilian backline. Mendoza. Seen him in our Champions League coverage. Andres Mendoza of Bruges. Soto. And there's Rivaldo back on defensive duty. Not his natural domain. Nelson of Roma, who of course missed out on the World Cup finals, that freak training ground accident when he was messing around in goal. Landed heavily and missed out on the chance to captain Brazil. But the big one, here is Kaká. He's full of confidence, but finding life in top-class football may be a little more difficult than he imagined. Here's Rivaldo! Ooh. Well, the referee takes his time and eventually points to the penalty spot. A rather theatrical piece of officiating. Rivaldo was hit hard and the referee gives the penalty to Brazil. Well,
Kaká actually gave the ball away initially. He's done superbly well to win the ball back. You can see that his shirt's been pulled there. It just slips the ball through to Rivaldo. It's a lovely piece of skill, entices the challenge. I think it's from Galicchio. Yeah, and he comes in for it. Does clip him. He goes down rather easily, doesn't he? Then he sees arms flailing around there. Referee, he just didn't really make a decision, did he? He took his time, waited, then suddenly pointed to the spot, and it gave Brazil a fantastic opportunity to take a lead in this game.
Well, there was a clattering challenge from Galicchio. Rivaldo showing no signs of rust despite his lack of first-team action in Milan this year. Ibanez, the goalkeeper, takes a sip of the water, plays mind games with Rivaldo. He's seen that, he's been there, he's seen it, he's won it. He earned the penalty, he's going to take the penalty. The most famous left foot in the world scores for Brazil. 20 minutes gone, Rivaldo gives the world champions the lead.
You don't expect anything else, Rob, though, do you? I mean, he's got a fantastic left foot. Confidence is sky high. He's actually started the game extremely well, and his coach, Pereira, will be delighted with taking the lead, because at that stage, Peru were just starting to get on top. It was a wonderful piece of skill from Rivaldo in the first place to get the penalty kick, and he just strolls up there. He looks super confident, doesn't he? He knows exactly where he's going to put it. Keeps it low. Keeper dives the right way. Just the pace of the ball and the accuracy of the kick just takes it into the corner net. Keeper no chance.
A little bit of spin on it as well.
It's more difficult for keepers now, Rob, isn't it, where they've got to stay on the line. They can't move that little bit early now because the referees and the assistants are looking for it, and it does favour the attackers now.
Well, Peru come fighting back. Rivaldo giving Brazil the lead with less than a quarter of the game gone. Roque Jr. takes the sting off the ball. Indeed, the goalkeeper wants to get things moving. He feels that maybe Peru are slightly susceptible. There'll be a number of clubs that will be scrutinising the performance of Rivaldo this evening when the transfer window opens in January. It's obvious he's going to be heading for a new home. Will he become the first Brazilian to play for Liverpool? He's looking in fantastic form. Look at that pass to Zé Roberto. Junior helps out. Zé Roberto takes it onto his left foot, drives in looking maybe for another penalty. There's Kaká. Ronaldo's offside. Kaká troubles the goalkeeper.
Look threatening again though, aren't they, Brazil? You know, and it all came about from that wonderful ball over the top from Rivaldo for Zé Roberto.
Great game, full of energy. Quarter of it gone. It looks as though there may be a bag full of goals in this as Mendoza is snared by the Brazilian offside trap.
It's starting to open up as well, isn't it? You know, they're getting very stretched, both teams, and you can see that there is going to be a lot of chances in this match, no question about it. It's the way Brazil play. They like to attack. They've got Player in the side. They've got people from midfield who can score goals. But so far, you know, we've been playing 23 minutes and we've not even mentioned, you know, Ronaldo yet. He's hardly had a kick of the ball.
I've got a feeling that we may be till the game is over. There's Roque Jr. looking for Ronaldo. He does it. High lash in the centre circle from Emerson. Lucio. To Emerson, just moves with consummate ease. A different planet, teasing the Peruvians. Zé Roberto, back to Emerson. Junior. Catch as if you can. Kaka playing in this roaming role. It's been hard to take him. Here's Rivaldo, moves through the gears. Ronaldo really got in the way of things. Kaka gives chase, but Cioliza gets himself out of trouble. Soto. To Hayo. Now Pizarro. Out of expectancy when the Peruvian star gets the ball and goes to the heart of this Brazilian defence. Lucio heads it away. Palacios with a good cross. Oh, the goalkeeper completely lost the flight of it. And the home fans felt that maybe it impeded the attacker. Referee shakes his head vigorously. Peru come back again. Lucio heads away. Shambolic defending by Brazil.
Well, the goalkeeper, isn't it? And there, Dido just misjudged the flight of the ball there. It's got right underneath it. He never looked like he was going to get it. But you see Cafu saying to Pizarro there that when he went for the ball with Dido, had his leg up there, just to be careful. It was good play from the skipper of Brazil, because he got back, seen that the goalkeeper was going to miss it. He was in a good position to clear the danger. Neither defence, in truth, at the moment looked strong enough. Here's the ball through. Watch the goalkeeper, he's miles underneath the ball.
Terribly mistimed by Dida, who's established himself as the Brazilian #1. Marcos, who played in the World Cup finals and the World Cup final itself, has been left out of the squad. He's actually playing for Palmeiras, who were relegated to the 2nd division last year. Taparel, the great Brazilian goalkeeper, announced yesterday his retirement from senior football. He's going to open a restaurant in Parma, Italy. Arthur gives the ball away cheaply to Cioliza. There's Hidalgo. For Roque Jr. Ronaldo yet to fully get in the flow of things. Mendoza to Hidalgo, and the referee pulling play back as Emerson caught the flying Peruvian, and the first yellow card of the evening is to the Brazilian at #8, Emerson of Roma.
It's about 3 occasions that Hidalgo, the left back for Peru, has been caught from different players. Cafu's caught him once on the ankle, and Emerson there, and I just feel that the referee's had enough. You know, he's got to start producing the yellow cards just to stop these niggling fouls.
Well teased into the penalty area. Still hoping to reclaim top spot from Argentina, who booed onto the field yesterday when they played against Bolivia. They beat the Bolivians 3-0, but yet to fully win back the supporters. They were cast as villains after leaving the World Cup finals so early in the summer. Mendoza. There's Pizarro. That's the player that had to get flying. Junior on the left-hand side has had a good game as the replacement left back for Roberto Carlos. Taking on his #6 shirt. Rivaldo works with pride, the #10 of Brazil. Kaka to Cafu. Players really that don't require an introduction. Kaka didn't have a great deal of support. Here's Rivaldo. Didn't quite reach him. Mark 2. Mendoza. Now Pizarro. Good first touch, held at arm's length by Lucio. Well, their approach is pretty, but they don't have that finishing touch. Now Ronaldo. And Real Madrid man runs at them. They've stopped him, albeit temporarily. Rivaldo. Junior to Emerson. Gilberto Silva to Roque Jr. Lucio. Such a well-balanced Brazilian team, and maybe the exception of Cafu on the right-hand side, the captain, the 33-year-old. They're all at their peak, and still going to be around for 3 or 4 years to come.
What they are also, Rob, is extremely good on the ball. You know, the first touch is excellent. Their movement off the ball is incredible. And when they, play the ball at pace, there's no team that can live with them. No question about it. They've got a forward in Ronaldo who we know has got everything as a striker, and Kaká and Rivaldo just playing off him. And they're the ones that are picking the balls up, trying to thread the ball through for Ronaldo. And at some stage, you can see them getting a second goal. Peru's best form at the moment is, I think, to get the ball wide, but equally when they get the ball up to the front too, they need more support. Cializi, Solano, Palacios and Keo are not getting forward quickly enough. They're allowing the ball to get up to the front too, and the support from him is a bit too late getting there.
Hidalgo. Roque Jr. heads the ball away. There's Kaká. Rivaldo, Ronaldo take up positions. Ronaldo, good first touch. Oh, wonderful skill by Ronaldo, and when he starts motoring, he's a big vehicle to stop.
But there he shows the difference, isn't it? How you can turn defence into attack very, very quickly indeed. Kaká has got tremendous pace and good vision. He picked Ronaldo out there. His first touch just actually took him away from the goal. And there was a suspicion of a handball. I don't think it was.
Rivaldo to Kaká. Good cross by him, but Roque Jr.'s head up, little off target. Brazil have won both of their qualifying games so far against Colombia 2-1 and also against Ecuador. As you see the Ronaldo touch again. Mendoza having his wings clipped. Cializa. Now high up. This is a good approach play by Peru. Things just slow down a little bit. And they really are testing the patience of their fans. They get there and then they just seem to lose their bottle when they enter the 18-yard box.
I was talking about support play. It was actually a great run from midfield to get beyond the back line of Brazil. But once they're there, they turn around, they're looking for the support players, and they're well outside the box, and that gives Brazil the opportunity to get numbers behind the ball. You could just see the pull back there, and it was a Brazilian player who was first to react to it.
Now Pizarro to Mendoza. Has support on this right-hand side. That's a good attempt to get it to high up. Now Pizarro put everything into it. The Bayern Munich man is the player who does represent the best hope of Peru. He has good foot skills, touch of pace, is direct, fair pedigree, and that's the closest that Peru have come.
Well, he should have done better, shouldn't he, really? I mean, it's first-class skill here. Jinx goes past Lucio, Now he's got to keep the ball down. Just gets a bit of elevation on the ball that took it over the bar. There, he's got to get his head over the ball, keep the ball down, make the goalkeeper do the work there.
You set high standards, don't you?
Oh, of course. You know, you're talking about top-class players there. You know, he should be hitting the target from that distance.
No panicking a player like Cafu. Two coaches pace nervously on the touchline. Two Brazilians. Torre, born in Rio de Janeiro, in charge of Peru in the Peruvian League with Sporting Cristal last season, before taking over the national team in February. Of course, in charge of Brazil for the third time, Carlos Alberto Pereira. Looks good for 60. Junior lets the ball roll out of play. And I guess Soto chasing him there, getting a little frustrated. He's one of the scorers in the 4-1 win against Paraguay. As Peru kicked off the qualifiers with a success. Last game, Peru ran out of steam against Chile. Were hit by two late-headed goals. Started full throttle against Brazil. Solano. That was a wasted pass. The referee stops play as there's a head injury to Roberto down there. Yep.
I think it was the fullback Soto who just caught him there. Surprised if the referee doesn't produce a yellow card. He does exceptionally well to read. Just catches him with a leg, and he looks like he's gone down as if he's been hit in the face, but he was nowhere near his face. He actually caught him in the arm.
Seemed to be there for shoulder. But it's worthy of a free kick. Rivaldo stands over it. Rocky Jr. and Lucio have come up from the back. Raborsio temporarily stops things. Kaká. Roberto Silva breaking the boredom for his goalkeeper Dida. Producing great players, so he is Brazil, but can anybody name a top-class goalkeeper? Colicchio to Oscar Ibanez. He's just won his place back in the Peruvian team. He lost it to Eric Delgado, who's a 21-year-old, but this game was deemed to be maybe too great for one so young. Pizarro, almost works out. Solano leading the charge.
That's what's required at the moment. Someone from midfield breaking beyond the strikers. It was a lovely flick from Pizarro, but just his first touch there, Solano just let him down at the vital moment there, because he could have been in one-on-one with Dida there. Good ball in, nice flick. You can see quite clearly he's in an onside position, but he's touched there instead of taking it forward and then getting a strike at goal. And I don't know exactly what was going through his mind at that moment. He just sort of passed it back towards the goalkeeper.
Similar to Scotland's goal yesterday, that wasn't it? Fletcher and McFadden. Jose Roberto wrestled to the ground. Well, on this occasion the referee doesn't side with him. He's had some tough calls, the Colombian official. Junior getting straight back up. He's in the World Cup squad at the finals last year, but didn't get a game because Roberto Carlos is the Brazilian left back. A fantastic stadium. 70,000 in here tonight. Slightly inside of a skyscraper. Disappointing free kick by the Brazilian, Zé Roberto. Kaká to Cafu. Plenty of support in there. Ronaldo doesn't get there. Oh, and it crashed off the bar. Almost the second of the game for Rivaldo.
What an effort this is. Wonderful ball, great vision from Cafu to pick out Rivaldo at the far post, but his technique here is absolutely superb. He's 2 or 3 inches away from making it two, just clips the ball to the far post, and there the left foot absolutely thuds it against the crossbar. Wonderful vision, good ball to the far post. 2 Brazilian players there. Ronaldo misses it, Rivaldo certainly didn't, and that could have been the second goal for Brazil.
It's a side-footing stormer from Rivaldo. Maybe after his enforced break in Milan, he's going to come back a fresher, meaner, hungrier player.
He certainly looks fit, doesn't he, to his credit. I mean, he's chasing people down, or when he gets on the ball, he's good vision, he's got good pace about him as well at the moment.
Lucio misses it, the goalkeeper comes in. There's an awful lot of good fortune on the side of Dida then. Well, they look like scoring a bag full of goals, Brazil, but they also look like conceding.
Just a misunderstanding there, isn't it, between the goalkeeper and the centre-back Lucio. I'm sure he called the keeper, but he was rather late coming out, and Pizarro nearly got in and for a flick header over the top of him.
5 minutes remaining, a fine first half. Palacios hitting it, and a collision between Junior and Pizarro. Blake was convinced that he deserved a penalty, but the referee completely ignores the cries. And Solano's maybe had a checkered season up in the northeast of England, but for his country he's been in excellent form. He scored in the 4-1 win against Paraguay, and also in the friendly win against Mexico, played in the United States back in August. There's Solano. Hidalgo. Now Mendoza's, there's something brewing here for Peru. Hidalgo took the very long route to goal and ran out of field.
I'm sure the coach will be saying to the Peru players at half-time, you know, that is an area where we're getting a bit of joy at the moment. Is down the right of Brazil, our left, in particular Hidalgo. He's got down there countless occasions. Just has to, keep his concentration, make sure he gets good possession of the ball, and if he puts decent balls into the box with the form that Dida's been showing, that you definitely would suggest that Peru will have chances.
Like a good chase, but Hidalgo's an excellent game on the left-hand side of the Peru defence. Maybe a few scouts going to watch him play for his club. Saturn in Russia. Temperatures here a little bit different from the sub-zero conditions he's currently playing in. Sioliza to Pizarro. This is high up. Again, Peru enter the penalty area, then seem to run out of deals, and that, well, looked on the face of things to be a cry for at least an indirect free kick in the penalty area. Bit of a gamble taken by the Brazilians. We'll see a replay in the second, but there may be a goal here as Ronaldo approaches goal. Good block by Soto. It's worth a call, Ray, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely, no question about it. And afterwards, we've just seen a little confrontation there by Sioliza, who thought he had been fouled by Gilberto Silva, but the referee didn't give Peru the decision.
Hidalgo to Mendoza. Now Palacios. Supporters wants a shot. Oh, Again, calamitous defending from Brazil. The communication is non-existent. Dida and Lucio, not for the first time in this game, banging into each other. Pizarro losing his head. Ray saw him recently in the Champions League and game against Anderlecht when he got 2 yellow cards in 2 minutes. He's a fiery character. Received the penalty claim again.
I don't think it was actually a penalty. That I think that is obstruction there, but certainly a free kick, indirect free kick.
It's a heart-in-mouth moment for Gilberto Silva of Arsenal, though. Now Kaka, can Brazil sneak a second in the remaining few moments as Kaka tries to walk it into the goal, and he was blocked by a fine recovery challenge. Good strong finish here by Peru. It's been a fantastic first half for it. Sioliza to Pizarro. They enter the area via the back door, but Brazil eventually batten down the hatches and Zé Roberto escapes.
It was unusual there because it was good build-up play from Peru. Got the ball out wide to Solano, and normally from that area of the pitch, you know, he normally delivers an excellent ball, but on this occasion he hits it straight at the defender. This is his frustration afterwards. He just pushes Zé Roberto over. No question, it's a free kick, and he's just having a quiet word with Zé Roberto, saying get up. You know, it was a dive. I don't think it was. Just a bit of frustration.
I'll tell you what, if it was a dive, it's a world-class dive, wasn't it? It's worth a gold medal at the Olympic Games in gymnastics.
Just prior to that, though, Rob, the build-up play, the interchange of play there earlier on from Kaka was first class, and could have resulted in the second goal.
There goes Kaka again. Rivaldo to Emerson. Goalkeeper only half stops it, and the flamboyant clearance by Rebosio doesn't get it far. Balls for Kaka, can't be offside, came off a Peruvian player. He's got all of the skills and all of the confidence, but maybe it just needs a little stronger mental approach, Kaka.
Yeah, he just tried to come back on himself. I thought he had the opportunity there to take the defender on down the line, but decided to come back into his stronger right foot, and the chance had gone.
Mendoza has his legs taken away from him by Roque Jr. Free kick, which is an extreme distance. The final few grains of sand are disappearing down the timepiece. 2 minutes of stoppage time have been added on by the referee. I think Peru have to be direct and to the point. Placing the ball down is Nobby Solano.
I would be just saying to Solano here, you know, hit the target, because the way Dida's been performing, and he looks very nervous indeed, and some of his decisions that he's made when he's come from balls, and his calling's been poor. I would just say to him, you know, make sure you don't hit the wall, get it on target and see what happens.
Solano measures his stride. Four-man wall is built. Solano hits it, the wall does its job. It skittles around the penalty area, and Brazil can breathe easily. Referee blows the whistle. Half-time goes at the Monumental Stadium. Brazil have made a good start. Rivaldo won the penalty. Rivaldo, moment he just missed actually, is Hayo came over to shake hands with Ronaldo as the teams came out, and asked the press photographers if they'd take a picture of the two of them together. Well, they have that kind of respect and fan worship in the second half. Peru have failed to score in 6 of the last 7 matches against Brazil. The world champions are making a very good show of having to qualify for the World Cup, first team ever as champions. They're the only country, of course, who've played in every World Cup finals, and they've appeared in the final of the last 3 tournaments. As Rob and Ray were mentioning at half-time, Pereira is known as a slightly more European-minded coach. But in recent matches, Brazil, in 6 of their 8 games, have won by a single goal margin. These days there's a touch more stilliness to the Brazilian approach play, which is maybe to do with their players plying their trade in the European League. There are 5 Brazilian-based players in the squad, but though none on the pitch from the start of this game. There's Rocky Jr. looking for Emerson. Rocky Jr. looks a completely different player in a Brazilian kit as Kaká tries to score at his first start in a senior game for Brazil. Ball fired in and it's headed away by Galicchio. Nervous start to the second half from Peru.
Yeah, it's good play though, isn't it, from Brazil once again. Do it in unison, the warm-up as well. It's incredible.
That is one of the all-time great warm-ups I've seen. I want to see that on a second and third division touchline next weekend, please. Zé Roberto chips it in, disappointing, cleared by Soto. Solano. Peru breaking from the back. I'm sure their coach Autorio has been pretty positive as they fire it into the area. The goalkeeper stays in his line. Mendoza to Palacios. There's Jairo. Palacios tees it up. Brazil happy to just sit back and almost will Peru to have a shot from distance. Gets congested in that area and with a call for a block, but the ball was within playing distance. Not so difficult this time for the referee.
It was good defending from Lucio. I think it was Solano who tried to break into the box there, but just showed his strength and good awareness of where the ball was and just eased it out for a goal kick.
The plus point for the players is that the whole stadium is now in the shadows. Started in bright sunlight, 72 degrees in Lima today. Perfectly sunny, no cloud in the sky. Wonderful South American atlas here as well. In a monumental stadium. Sheer-sided, perfect pitch. Cializa makes a dash. Easy for Lucio. The Leverkusen man flicks it up towards Ronaldo, who hasn't fully got into the flow of things. He's 2 goals away from his 50 for Brazil. Ronaldo with his goal has overtaken the great Jairzinho in the scoring charts. Away goes Ronaldo. Tees it up to Rivaldo. The goalkeeper dashes off his line. Ibanez gets the fans off their seats and tries to get his strikers working. There's Kaká. Little stretch for Junior. Gets past Soto with ease and rather stubs his toe as he attempted the cross, but he's got a corner for Brazil.
Once again, that's the fullbacks getting forward for Brazil. Junior, the left fullback there, wonderful piece of skill to get round the defender. In the end, it was a good block.
To the cross was in the shot. Ooh, it's played back in. And handball right under the nose over the referee from Gilberto Silva. Maybe, unless the referees would have thought that was deserving of a yellow card.
I think he gave him the benefit of the doubt on this occasion, Robert, because it was so deep in the Peru half there. He probably didn't feel that it warranted a yellow card.
There's Emerson, Ronaldo, Kaká. Plays it to Rivaldo on that world-famous left foot. Almost burnt a hole in the gloves of the goalkeeper. Very strong shot from Rivaldo, who's back to his very best.
Oh, no question about it. He's been excellent in 50 minutes of this game so far. But it's where they break deep, then Kaká picks it up, feeds it to Rivaldo. It's a decent strike, keeps it low and hard, which virtually straight at the keeper. Just felt there, if he got his head up just to your left-hand side and Ronaldo was all on his own and some of his ability, you normally expect him to pick the pass out.
Seal leads up. Kyle. Palacios. Made it easy for Cafu to pickpocket him. Kyle again. Solano. It's a good cross as Pizarro throws himself at it rather dramatically. Done like a ragdoll. With a period of pressure from Peru. Hidalgo. Now Palacios. Time and thinking space. It's got a bad cross to the far post. And Dida bravely blocks it.
Great header it was from, I think it was Nobby Solano at the far post there. Does everything right, gets it on target. Unfortunately for Peru and for him, he headed it straight at the goalkeeper, who made a bit of a hash of it. It was quick enough to make the recovery after he pushed the ball down. Very brave to go down at the feet of the striker there and collect the ball.
It's a good nod from Nobby as Rivaldo is taken down. Free transfer in the sum. All you have to do is pay his exorbitant wages. Bad news for Peru. They've lost one of their key men. Hidalgo goes off, and on comes Salas. Guillermo Salas, who plays in this town for Alianza Lima, the league leaders. And straight onto defensive duties. Peru have to regroup to stop Junior.
I think he took the wrong option here, Junior. I think he tried to chip the keeper. He's done well to break the play up from Peru, but when he's gone forward, instead he's driving the shot towards goal, tried to chip the keeper from an acute angle and just clipped it over the bar.
Junior. Ball being given away cheaply. Pizarro leads the charge. And Mendoza had his route to the ball blocked by the broad shoulders of Lucio. Roque Jr. Ronaldo. And no Roberto Carlos, no Ronaldinho for Brazil. Other than that, they're at full strength. Very good strength. Emerson, the only player to be booked so far in this game.
You see the Brazilian players there, Rob, it's very easy for them to accept balls when they've got a number of players around them, you know. In the Premiership with you know, our players, they don't really like to have the ball when they've got too many defenders around them. But there, you know, Kaká comes in, receives it, he's looking to play a little 1-2, just overhit the pass to Cafu going down that right hand side. But that little 1-2 got him through, and none of the Peru players had gone with the run of Cafu. It was just the ball a little bit too hard, else it would have been in.
Soto for Peru. Fans showing patience, really getting behind the team. Peru would come off this stadium if they managed to score against Brazil. They've scored one goal in the last 18 years against the world champions. Haven't beaten them in this country for half a century. Solano, set on a blind alley by the Brazilian defence. Hangs on to the ball. Galicchio doesn't look to be the ball-playing type of centre-half. Minutes gone in the second period. Soto for Peru. Dida's lost his ground again, and well, he made it up, but Dida, the goalkeeper, caught in no man's land, and Pizarro hit him rather than the goalkeeper saving it.
Well, once again, it's just a across into the box from Soto to the far post. The marking is extremely poor, but I think this is down to the goalkeeper who makes the decision to come for it. Once again, he's in no man's land. He has to go back towards his goal, and he's very fortunate that the header from Pizarro was straight at him, and in the end he made an easy save. All he had to do, I think, Pizarro, if he went across him there instead of heading it towards the near post, he might have had a better chance of getting the opportunity of a goal there.
The referee has issued a yellow card to Arsenal's Gilberto Silva. Not entirely sure why. Must have been comments made after that previous incident.
I think it was a tackle earlier on. He certainly did catch one of the midfielders off Peru. I think the referee just waited for the right opportunity to show him the yellow. That's both central midfielders now on the yellow card. They've got to be very careful with the challenges.
Good point. Alikio. By Rocky Jr., who's had a picture-perfect game for Brazil. Eddie Gray will be happy with that. He's on a season-long loan to Alan Road. Rocky Jr. did play the Champions League final at Old Trafford last year for Milan. Cafu. Now Rivaldo, as if he needs introduction. All left foot, but the best left foot in the world. Now Ronaldo. Kaka supports on the left-hand side. Rivaldo dances with the Peruvian defenders. Cafu. Well, a Brazilian-type finish. It's a long time since Cafu scored for his country. 30 appearances since he last beat a keeper.
And didn't look like he was going to break his duck there either, did he? He didn't look confident at all when that ball came to him. But wonderful build-up. It just shows you how quickly Brazil take the ball from defence to attack.
Now Pizarro. And down as if he was heading into a swimming pool, to be quite honest. Cross. Oh, goalkeeper's lost it. And Peru get the goal that they deserve. It's a man we know around here, Noel Solano.
We said all along, Rob, that this Brazilian side, particularly in defensive areas, haven't been great at all. Decisions between the two centre-halves and the goalkeeper on occasions have been extremely poor, and they've been caught out once again. I think it's the substitute Salas with a cross. Great run from midfield. That's what we've been looking for from the Peruvian players, to get in behind the strikers. And that man on your screen there, Novi Solano's the player that's done it for him. Tremendous run to the near post. Dida came, stopped, tried to get backwards. Solano just put the ball in behind him, into the back of the net, and it's changed the whole complex of this match.
Dr. Jordi scores against the world champions.
Just from midfield, you could just see Emerson there. He was the one that picked up originally. Just got caught ball watching. And just seen Solano getting in behind him there. Just the nearest of touches. Took it beyond Dida. A good cross into the box here. It's a great run from midfield. That's what you want from your midfield players. Getting in behind him. Just a little touch as Dida's in no man's land. Over the top of him. Into the back of the net. Peru are back in this match.
It's a great delivery by Salas. Maybe the smallest man in there will be Novi Solano.
I was saying it was Emerson. In fact, it was Roberto who was the midfield player. Not renowned for his defensive qualities, and I think it was proved on that occasion.
So we have two scorers who are not exactly in harmony with their clubs at the moment. Rivaldo and Solano. 1-1, just under an hour gone. Now we have a game on our hands. Cafu back to Dida, who may have to shoulder some of the blame for that goal. Again, he was like a puppet with his strings cut on that goal line. Emerson dashes for Brazil to Kaka, back to Emerson. Well, they don't panic, the Peruvians, when they're attacked, and staying strong is Galicchio. Built central defender. Looks like he should be playing in the Rugby World Cup, never mind the Football World Cup. Well, there's a spring in the step of Peru now. the ticket tape reception. It is like going back to 1978 and all that. As Peru chased the second goal, just flicked away by Cafu. It's a state of emergency in the Brazil defence. Palacios hops, skips, jumps. Snowing ticker tape. Gilberto Silva to Ronaldo. Seems to be a shrug of the shoulders from Brazil after Solano scored that goal.
Certainly different complexion on the game now, isn't there? Peru turning up the heat on this back line of Brazil. They're playing at a greater pace now. The passing's been crisper, the movement's been better, the support from midfield's been good. You can see here they're going into challenges now in the midfield areas and picking the ball up quickly. And it's going to be a big test to Brazil now, because for the last parts of this match they're in total control as we speak. Emerson's coming off and they'll bring on a substitute.
Change is made. It's Renato who's given a runaround, plays for Santos. This is his first ever appearance for the national team. 24. In the Brazilian title with Santos last year. There's Rivaldo. Oh, soft centre. A little bit of the shape has gone from the Brazilian side as Peru tried to take them apart. Salas trying to calm things down. A little bit more difficult to do, because now the air of expectancy is raised inside this stadium. They showed no fear in the build-up to the game. They did believe that Brazil were beatable. And their Brazilian coach is having a ball, Paulo Atuori.
The next 10 minutes is vital for Peru. They mustn't try and get too many people forward and leave themselves vulnerable at the back, because we've seen with Rivaldo, Ronaldo and Kaká, they have got players with ability and pace who can get behind them. They've got themselves back into the game doing the right things, which is getting the ball wide, getting crosses into the box and putting the back line and the goalkeeper Dida under pressure.
That's Peru. They're playing all of the football and taking the game to the world champions at the moment. Roque Jr. with a rather rocky challenge on Jorge Soto. Brazilian defence is getting a little shaky. Peruvian supporters can hardly hide their excitement. Everybody in the stadium on their feet or edge of the seats as it gets a touch tactile in that penalty area. Alicchio and Ravosio, the powerful central defenders, them as well. Oh! And a back heel away. Cheeky defending from Brazil. But all 11 are back on the rear guard. Still hasn't yet been taken out of the situation. Mendoza towards Lucio. Lost his footing, fell on the ball. And he's a big awkward character, is Andres Mendoza. Scored 9 goals in the Belgian league this season. And the one we mentioned earlier on in the Champions League as well against Milan San Siro. There's Kaká to Cafu. And he's leading the charge, the right back, the old man of the team. His 119th appearance for Brazil.
Brazil now you have to try and settle down, don't they, Rob? You know, they've been rocked by that equaliser. They've been put on the back foot now. They've got to try and get their thoughts together, get the ball down, try and get it up to the front players, try and play, you know, some of the next 5 minutes or so in the Peruvian half.
Pizarro. To Hayo. Difficult period of sustained pressure from Peru. Palacios finds it to the far post. Junior helps it away. Gilberto Silva does as well. Ronaldo, he's hardly broken sweat in the second half. Palacios. Soto. Nice little turn, and he's wrestled to the floor again. The linesman had given the free kick one day and the referee the other. They tune into the same wavelength and it will be a free kick to Peru.
Sustained pressure at the moment, isn't it? And particularly, if you get the right delivery into the box, you do feel that Peru could get another goal from it.
When they're attacked in these situations, Brazil are looking susceptible. A pack of players right on the penalty spot. The referee watching eagle-eyed. It's fired in low and hard. And cleared by Gilberto Silva. Borussia plays for Zaragoza in La Liga, hits it long. Brazil not panicking, just sitting back, taking it on the chin. It's a strong challenge from Galicia. The referee felt it was far too strong and books the bruising central defender. John Galicia.
I actually thought it was a cynical foul, because he knew that Rivaldo had gone past him and knew he had to bring him down.
Here's Kaka to Cafu. Rivaldo gets it onto his left foot, pulls back the trigger, and that was too hot to handle. Ibanez gleefully took it at the second attempt, but they made a big mistake letting him get onto his left foot.
He certainly did, and he's got terrific power on this left foot. Great accuracy as well. Ibanez makes a good save. Do you see Kaka coming in there maybe a little bit too late? That could have been a good opportunity, but give credit to the goalkeeper. He might be getting on a little bit in his years, but he's very agile to get up after making the initial save to make sure Kaka couldn't get on the end of that.
Brazil, the only side to have won both matches so far in the qualifiers for the 2006 World Cup final. Seems so far away, doesn't it, in Germany? As the likes of Wales and Scotland are preparing for next summer in Portugal, they hope. Brazil and Peru are thinking about Germany a couple of summers away. These are the formative days of the South American Championship. Still 15 rounds after this one. Both sides are in action in midweek. We'll be bringing the Brazilian game against Uruguay. Peru play against Ecuador. It's a dry run as well for next summer's Copa America Championships that are due to be held in Peru. 12-team tournament, 7 stadia. A number of the improvements are many months away. There was always slight panic when the championship was announced. To Rivaldo. Brazil playing to a sea of whistles. Junior. Here's Kaka. Junior continues the run. And he's got a free kick.
Yeah, no question about it. Oh, he's not.
He's changed his mind, there is. Well, he thought there was no question about it, like myself and yourself, Ray.
He makes strange decisions, the referee, doesn't he? He blows his whistle, he points at an area where you think the free kick's going to be taken, and the next minute they're taking a goal kick from a completely different place.
The ref is all getting on the penalty as well. He gave the right decision, but took his time. Still just under 20 minutes to go. The Estadio Monumental. As Renato plays it through, Ronaldo misses, but not the second time. Behind you is the cry. The Real Madrid superstar was offside.
I think this was close, Rob. I really do. I thought the timing of the run was excellent. Roberto onto Kaká. One touch, plays it, that's onside. No question about it. Rebocio was certainly playing Ronaldo on there, and I think that's a poor decision by the assistant referee.
Timing of the run was perfect, wasn't it?
And the pace of the pass, his touch was good. He was unlucky it came off the post initially, but his reaction after that was first class to get in there and put the ball into the net.
So Roberto. Footballing perfection. Ruled out by a human error. Gilberto Silva just dips a toe in, so to speak. Roque Jr. to Junior. To Silva. There's Renato making his Brazilian debut tonight. Kaká. Ronaldo clearly upset that what may have been a game-winning goal was ruled out. Gilberto Silva. A bit more fire in the play of Brazil now. Well, they mean business, they're like the wounded animals. Oh, Rivaldo gave it away rather cheaply. Eliza. Salas, the substitute, the man who laid the cross for the Solano goal. Salas. Oh, it's a terrible pass, really.
Solano there trying to go through the middle. I think it'd be best getting the ball out to the flanks. That's where they got the goal from. Getting the ball wide, good cross into the box. Midfielders making that run from deep to get in behind the back line of Brazil. They got the goal since then. They've not really done it that often. But equally, Brazil have turned up the pace as well. They're starting to get the passing game going once again. The movement's been there, and rather unfortunately, they should have found themselves ahead. But the assistant referee made a bad decision.
Running the ball out of defence. And Kaká leading with the arm. For another change, Julio Cesar Garcia, who plays for Fiano in the city of Lima, is going to come on. Unfortunately, the illuminated scoreboard has broken down, so it is back to 1978. Number 7 is up, but it's going to be the Brazilian 7 who's taken off. It's Palacios who has gone off for Peru, and Garcia, the number 25, who takes his place on the left-hand side of midfield. And Brazil do make the change. Kaká goes off, and very exciting talent Alex comes on. Another Brazilian base player, plays for Cruzeiro. Quarter of an hour to go. Just a case of fresh legs, do you think, Ray?
Well, I'm slightly surprised, to be honest, because I think Kaká, as an attacking force, has been very useful indeed. His passing has been first class. It was actually him who put the ball through for Ronaldo's opportunity there. Didn't see that he looked tired at all. Just maybe Coach Pereira felt that he needed to make a change and just gave Alex his opportunity.
Card for Nol Solano for the slightly late challenge on Lucio. Upset that if he does emerge as the man who has earned at least a point for Peru. Ronaldo fired the ball at Alex. Got 3 balls on the periphery of the pitch now. And with Ronaldo, Rivaldo, they could have one each, and the other 20 players could play with the other. Gilberto Silva. Ryan's in there. Alex plays it in. Ronaldo's on the prowl and a rather panicked clearance, but job is done. They faulted him, albeit only temporarily.
It was a crucial interception though, wasn't it? Because Ronaldo was clear. Shot the nearest to touches on it, but it was enough to put it behind for a corner.
As he header for Galicchio. There's Rocky Jr. He's left his defensive duties, and a Brazilian overhead kick. Brazil losing their shape and a touch of defensive discipline again. Pizarro. Fired in, and well, if they had somebody who could take those chances, Peru, they would be embarrassing the world champions.
Great defending though, wasn't it, from the fullback Junior? Got himself in an outstanding position. I think the forward's favourite to get to it, but just got his head in front of him there and cleared the danger. It was a good opportunity for Peru from across once again.
Next to Junior. Galicchio. Slightly panic clearance by Peru. Brazil are coming on strong. Junior. Oh, fantastic run that was, and case for the referee to answer with a dramatic fall in the penalty area. And for, what do they call it these days? Simulation. Rather than stimulation, a booking for Alex.
Simple diving, isn't it? Just trying to con the referee, but he's in a good position to see that. And Alex has not been on the pitch that long. He showed a wonderful bit of skill just before. Knew he wasn't going to get the ball once it'd gone over his head, and just decided to brush into one of the Peru defenders. Fell over, and he was hoping more than anything else to get a penalty from that situation.
That's the third Brazilian to receive a card that matches the colour of their shirt. Salas. Mendoza. Jumping deep, beginning to look tired. Still another 10 minutes or so to endure. Cross. Cafu. Alex. Ronaldo. Well, trepidation as the great man puts the cross in. 3 times World Player of the Year. Single-handedly, some say, won the World Cup final last year. They need one of their superstars to perform at the moment, Brazil, but it's Pizarro who escapes the pressure for Peru. Silva had to be a little bit careful there. I'm sure it was who committed the foul.
It wasn't a foul. He actually won the ball. The referee got that decision wrong as well.
There's a lash from Cafu. Ronaldo taps it magically on his chest. So it seemed under some heavy pressure.
Once again, the referee doesn't make these decisions clear. You know, neither team know exactly whose free kick it is, what the situation is. I think there's another substitution here.
Well, the forlorn figure of Rivaldo goes off. Maybe it's a little bit about match fitness. He's probably going to be preserved for the midweek game against Uruguay. And he's replaced by Luis Fabiano of Sao Paulo for the final 8.5 minutes.
I think he's done well to get through 81 minutes of this match anyway. When you've not been playing regularly for your team, it's very difficult. You can do all the running that you can at the training ground, but nothing replicates playing in matches, and it's been a real struggle for him this season. But tonight, I think he's been excellent for himself.
That was the late challenge by Jose Roberto, which yes does earn him a yellow card. Fourth for Brazil. So loses out Jose Roberto. Ronaldo playing the target now. Was rugby tackle to the floor. He's asking for a bit more protection. Asking why, if his teammates are getting a rash of yellow cards, how come Rebocio escapes punishment? There is Ronaldo, 4 try to stop him, still whips it through. Ronaldo gets it back. Oh, goalkeeper just got in the way. Knew very little about it, but his instincts prevented Ronaldo scoring.
What a strike though, Rob, wasn't it? It was great interchange of play there with Ronaldo. As soon as it came to, knew exactly what he was going to do from the edge of the box there, have a strike. The keeper, Ibanez, done extremely well because he couldn't have seen that too late. Got his body behind it, and that was the most important thing.
A bit of petulant retaliation from Ronaldo then. He's been the victim of a few late and strong challenges. Just maybe foolishly catching the leg of the substitute, the Peruvian substitute, Guillermo Salas.
I think a bit of frustration there, isn't it? Because you know, Rebocio just came in from a challenge from behind, which he felt quite clearly was a free kick and probably a yellow card. He didn't receive it, and then he decides to just have a little kick out at Salas there. And the referee did him a favour there, because that probably did warrant a yellow card.
Who can clambering in the back of Julio Cesar Garcia. Solano takes it short. Can Peru get the winning goal against Brazil? Solano stays on. He's been replaced in the last 2 World Cup qualifiers by Jose Soto, but he's hoping to go the distance. And typical Brazil, putting themselves into trouble with it. Taken safely by Dida. Now Alex. Silva. Ronaldo, what fantastic strength. Anywhere will do for Gallicchio. He's been a monumental figure for Peru. Cafu. Cafu stretches, have kept it in play. Goalkeeper bravely punches it, but for once Ronaldo shows his humour.
Well, Peru players certainly thought the initial ball in from Cafu had gone out for a goal kick. The assistant referee decided it was still in play. And Ronaldo shows that he is human after all, because that was half a chance for him. It was a difficult one. He was going backwards when the ball fell to him. You just see here, is it in play or out of play? Stretching for it. I think you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Looked like it was on the line. It's a deep ball to the far post, which Peru really don't deal with.
The goalkeeper's maybe just milking the situation here. He knows there's about 4 minutes to go. And Peru would settle for a draw at home against the world champions.
Well, I don't think there's no question about that, although in the second half they probably felt once they got back to 1-1 there was a great opportunity for them to go on and win the game. Brazil haven't really played as well in the second half as they did in the first. You know, the big players, Kaká and Rivaldo and Ronaldo, weren't as prominent. They weren't getting hold of the ball as much as they were, and equally I just felt on occasions that the back line of Brazil were just going deeper and deeper, and that was just stretching the pitch.
And there's Robosio, plays in the same league as Ronaldo. He's the Thanagofa central defender. That's Silva gives the ball away. Peru finishing strongly. Pizarro. Similarly here, going to make history. Cezanne. Wasted ball. Now Brazil's turn to attack. Ronaldo screaming for it on the left-hand side, not receiving it from Renato. Frustration beginning to show. Silva. Ronaldo. Defenders shaking in their boots as the double step over. He powers his way into the penalty area. That was more to do with strength and skill. And he's not been in tune with the officials for most of the evening. He felt they should get a corner.
Shows great strength here though, doesn't he? Going down the line. Two defenders there. Certainly look.
It was a corner, wasn't it?
It was a corner. Galigio had got the final touch on that, and once again the officials got the decision wrong.
The Peruvian players not wanting to argue with Ronaldo. They all want his shirt on a full-time whistle. Times are hard in Peruvian football. The home-based players missed out on the whole weekend because of a strike action. This could be great headlines if they can score the winning goal against Brazil. Oh, it was headed over that. Maybe should have been, could have been, and should have been. Well, the referee has given a corner, which maybe spurs some of the embarrassment for Soto. Garcia to take the corner for Peru. 70,000 fans willing the ball into the net for Peru. Whacked away, anywhere will do for Brazil. Not exactly on the rack, but a little uncomfortable for them.
Well, it was such a poor corner though, wasn't it, from Garcia? You know, they've got this back line under pressure, no question about it. Anytime good deliveries got into the box, Brazil haven't dealt with it as well as you would expect. And there, Garcia's got the chance to put him under more pressure, and he doesn't even beat the first man.
Cafu. Fabiano illegally turning his man. Fabiano is one who's been linked with Manchester United in recent months. He plays for Sao Paulo, but Manchester United and Milan are said to have been watching his progress this season. Scored his debut for the national team against Nigeria back in June. Fabiano seemed to lead with the arm then. Kaka, and definitely leading with the arm on that occasion was Fabiano. The referee's given the free kick to Brazil. Explain that one, Ray.
I can't, I'm afraid. I think the referee's been like this all game. Some of the decisions he's given this evening has been very peculiar.
Sometimes we criticise referees being too demonstrative, but he's shown no hand signals at all. Free kick, Brazil. We're halfway through the 2 minutes of stoppage time. The referee is allocated. Just enough time maybe for Brazil to squeeze the winner. Lucio and Roque Jr. have made their way forwards. United man, making a menace of himself, causing a distraction in the penalty area if they can keep a hold of him. 14 in there, Roque Jr. didn't quite get to it. Danger over for Peru, and they have one final roll of the dice. Junior comes in, and the deputy for Roberto Carlos takes the sting out of the situation. It's hoisted to safety for Brazil. The final couple of seconds ticking away. Your quick thoughts, Ray?
Well, I think a draw in the end was the right result, Rob, because certainly Brazil had the better of the first half, but Peru deservedly got back into it with a headed goal from Norberto Solano.
So, Solano of Newcastle equalising after Rivaldo, another player who